I think you should be able to take great care of your skin on any budget. So today I'm going through my favorite affordable anti-aging skincare. I'm Dr. Sam Ellis. I'm a board-certified medical and cosmetic dermatologist in Northern California, and I'm here to help you understand your skin and find products that work for you. So if that sounds good, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Before we get into the products, I do understand that the term affordable is so relative. So when I'm thinking generally of affordable skincare, I'm trying to stay under about $30. Now, I also think how much money you spend on something has a lot to do with what type of product it is. For example, are there any active ingredients in there? Because it might be a little bit more expensive, or that might be a place to stretch the budget a little bit more. And you also have to think about how much product you're actually getting, because you can have two things and one is maybe slightly more expensive, but if you're getting 4 times the product, then it's actually more affordable. Also, I think when you're working with a tighter budget, there are certain products or specific ingredients that you should sort of prioritize. And then there are sort of secondary things that you can add in if money allows. And also, if you're looking for affordable skincare, you can look for 2-in-1 or even 3-in-1 products, things that have more than one active ingredient, things that do multitasking when it comes to your skincare, so that instead of buying 2 or even 3 products, you can accomplish a lot more with just one. When it comes to anti-aging, the number one thing you need in your skincare routine is a good sunscreen. It doesn't matter if you don't have the budget for retinoids and peptides and exfoliants and in-office treatments. If you prioritize sunscreen and sun protection, that will take you such a long way when it comes to anti-aging. And the awesome part is there are amazing sunscreens that are super affordable. One of my favorite super affordable sunscreens that you can use on your face and your body is from Eucerin. It's their daily hydration cream and it's SPF 30. I personally use this more as a body sunscreen because it's kind of on the thicker side for the face, but if you have dry skin, I think it's totally fine to use this on your face as well. I really like this body sunscreen because one, it addresses the fact that anti-aging skincare is not just for your face. You don't want to neglect the rest of your body, but 2, you get so much product, so you don't have to skimp or save. A huge issue with sunscreen is people under apply it, and you're not going to get all of those protective anti-aging benefits if you're not using enough sunscreen. And sunscreen is so important to have in your routine because by far and away, the number one cause of premature skin aging is UV radiation. So if you are protecting against excessive UV radiation exposure, your skin is going to age so much better. When it comes to drugstore sunscreens, I also love the Eucerin Age Defense SPF 50. I feel like Eucerin really kills it when it comes to the sunscreens. This is an SPF 50 chemical sunscreen, and I really like how nourishing it feels on the skin. It's not a heavy cream, but your skin does feel really hydrated when you apply it. And as a reminder, if you are putting sunscreen on your face with the idea of anti-aging, I definitely encourage you to bring it down onto your neck, your chest, your hands, and then any exposed body areas really should get sunscreen as well. Also, if you're on the hunt for affordable sunscreens, Korean and Japanese sunscreens tend to be very affordable, and now there are really good reputable websites where you can get them from overseas. I've talked a lot about my favorite Korean sunscreens on this channel. One of the classics that comes up a lot is the Beauty of Chosun Relief Sun Rice and Probiotics SPF 50 sunscreen. This contains primarily chemical filters, but a lot of the UV chemical filters in here aren't available in the United States, and they're a little bit more cosmetically elegant. They don't have that classic sunscreen smell. And when you apply this sunscreen, it just absorbs so quickly. It just really feels like you're putting on a moisturizer, and it's actually a sunscreen. If you have dry skin, I also really love the Purito Daily Go-To sunscreen. This is definitely thicker and more moisturizing than the Beauty of Chosun, and it's great for the winter or colder months. Aside from sunscreen, another super important category when it comes to skincare and anti-aging are topical retinoids. If you're newer to the skincare game, topical retinoids are derived from vitamin A, and they work by stimulating collagen production in the skin, as well as inhibiting collagen breakdown. And collagen is the main structural support protein in your skin. So when you have a lot of good, healthy collagen, your skin looks younger, smoother, has fewer wrinkles. It's like all the best things. And there are different types of retinoids. There are ones that are available over the counter in the form of retinol and retinaldehyde and adapalene. And then there are prescription retinoids like tretinoin and tazarotene. So my personal holy grail anti-aging topical retinoid is prescription tretinoin. And that is relatively affordable considering how potent it is. Occasionally, it's actually covered by your insurance. So you might pay as little as $0 to $10 for it. And even if it's not covered by your insurance, you can go out of pocket and get the generic version, and that's usually around $50. If you don't have access to tretinoin, or it's not in your budget, or your skin just can't tolerate it because topical tretinoin can be a bit irritating, then there are versions that you can get at the drugstore that are also so effective. One of my favorite very gentle topical retinoids is by CeraVe, and it's their retinol resurfacing serum. This has 0.3% retinol. I think in general, if you're buying a retinol, it's really important to understand what percent strength is in there, because understanding the concentration will will also help you understand whether or not you're going to be able to tolerate it and how effective that might be. Also, if you're trying to titrate up concentrations, it's good to know where you started. Now, you can have a 0.3% retinol in a variety of formulations, and one might be more irritating than the other. So it's not just the concentration that counts, but I do think that paying attention to the concentration makes sense. And there's good data to support that retinol, even at a lower concentration, is still very effective for anti-aging benefits. This CeraVe retinol is really nice because it uses encapsulated retinol, which helps stabilize the retinol molecule because retinol is notoriously unstable. And if you have unstable retinol, it's basically ineffective retinol. It also helps slow the penetration of that retinol, but also enhance the penetration so that it's less irritating and more effective. I also really like this because it's a nice lightweight serum. I find for people who have oilier skin or might be more acne prone, they don't always want a retinoid that comes in a cream type of vehicle. So having this serum is great. If you are looking for a creamier or maybe a more moisturizing retinoid product, then I would recommend the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Pro. And this one, if you compare it head to head with CeraVe, is more expensive, but it also has almost twice as much product. So that's also something to really keep in mind when you're thinking about affordability. I've always been a really big fan of the Neutrogena retinoid products. The parent company of Neutrogena is Johnson & Johnson, which did some of the early pioneering research on retinol. So they really know how to formulate a good retinoid product that is effective and stable. If you're looking to step up the strength of your retinoid product and go from retinol to retinaldehyde, which is more potent, then I definitely recommend the Naturium Retinaldehyde Serum. This is just an incredible serum. This retinaldehyde serum currently comes in two strengths, 0.05 and 0.1%. So if you're more beginner or you have more sensitive skin, start with the 0.05. And I love how creamy and moisturizing this serum is. I actually think the full name is Cream Serum, and I think that's the perfect description of this. And then if you're looking for the absolute strongest anti-aging retinoid that's available over the counter, that would be Differin 0.1% adapalene gel. Adapalene is what we call a third generation retinoid. It's not retinol, it's not retinaldehyde, it's already in its active form, so when you apply it, it has the ability to be the most potent and the most effective when it comes to anti-aging. You will find this typically in the drugstore in the acne aisle because it also is very, very helpful for acne, but there's good data to suggest that it also can be used in the anti-aging capacity. If you're trying to keep your anti-aging skincare routine super streamlined and stay very much within budget, you could get away with just a sunscreen or a sunscreen and a retinoid. If you want to take it to the next level, I would incorporate a topical antioxidant. Topical antioxidants essentially work as an extra layer of protection in your skincare routine. As your skin gets stressed out by external influences like pollution and UV radiation, as well as the normal cellular metabolism that your cells go through on a daily basis, it releases something called oxygen-free radicals. And these are very unstable molecules that bump around on important structures in your skin like collagen and DNA and cause them to break down. So by incorporating a topical antioxidant in, that neutralizes those oxygen-free radicals so they can't wreak havoc in your skin. And the best studied antioxidant when it comes to anti-aging is vitamin C. In addition to having this protective role, vitamin C can also stimulate collagen production in the skin as well as inhibit irregular pigment production. So it makes the skin healthier and more youthful in many different ways. My absolute favorite affordable vitamin C is from my brand Prequel, and it's called Lucency. Granted, this is from my brand, but I truly have not seen a better, more effective vitamin C at this price point. I consider myself a true connoisseur of vitamin C, so if I was going to make or formulate a vitamin C product, I knew it had to be exceptional. It not only had to include evidence-based ingredients, but also be effective as well as a joy to use. And to me, that is what the Prequel Lucency really is. It has 15% L-ascorbic acid, which is the studied strength of L-ascorbic acid that has been proven to be the most effective. It also has ferulic acid and something called ergothioneine, which helps prevent the vitamin C from oxidizing and keeps it in its most effective form for longer. If you have super sensitive skin and you cannot tolerate L-ascorbic acid as your form of topical vitamin C, then I also really like the Vanicream vitamin C, which uses tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. This is a fat-soluble form of vitamin C. It's not nearly as well studied as L-ascorbic acid, but I still think it has a role as a topical antioxidant. I like this serum because it's creamy, it's formulated with ceramides, and so it feels a little bit more moisturizing and rich than your average antioxidant serum. Another group of topical skincare ingredients that can be really helpful for anti-aging are certain exfoliants, specifically alpha hydroxy acids. Alpha hydroxy acids are things like glycolic acid, lactic acid, malic acid, mandelic acid, and they work to sort of break up the dead skin cells on the surface of the skin. They also act as humectants to draw water to the surface of the skin and make it look more plump. And certain alpha hydroxy acids like lactic acid and glycolic acid have also shown to improve collagen production in the skin. One of the most affordable topical glycolic acid preparations that I have used is by The Ordinary, and it's their 7% glycolic acid toning solution. This is super cost effective. You get a pretty large bottle for under $15. And I don't typically use this on my face because it feels a little bit too spicy to use on my face, but I think it's amazing for your body. And again, like when I was talking about sunscreen, you want to be thinking about anti-aging, not just on your face and neck, but on the rest of your skin as well. And there are great glycolic acid body lotions that are out there, but I just think this one is really nice. You can actually buy a little spray top from Amazon and attach it to this bottle and then just spray it on the body and then go in with whatever lotion you like afterward. If you're looking to incorporate alpha hydroxy acids into your facial skincare routine, then I really like the one by Alpha Skincare. It's their renewal serum and it's 14% glycolic acid. Now, if I were you, I would not use this on my face more than once a week, and I would use it on a night of the week that I'm skipping my topical retinoid. So that's how I incorporate alpha hydroxy acids into my own routine. 1 or 2 nights a week, I won't use my topical retinoid and I'll go in with my alpha hydroxy acid. And I really do that to introduce something new to my skin and to stimulate my skin cells in a way that retinoids cannot. I also find you get more of an immediate action with a topical glycolic acid in terms of glowiness of the skin. So I think using a retinoid consistently over months and even years has an amazing anti-aging effect. But if you want more of an immediate anti-aging effect, I feel like glycolic acid is really powerful. If your skin is more on the sensitive side, I would steer clear of glycolic acid and opt for a more gentle alpha hydroxy acid like lactic acid, which still has really good anti-aging benefits. One of the most common lactic acid preparations that I recommend is the Lactin Daily Lotion. You can get this at your local drugstore. It comes in a big bottle. It is super affordable and you can use it on your face and on your body. I would say my only hang up with lactic acid, and this is because it's derived from milk, is the smell can be a little intense for some people. I find that once I apply it, that smell completely goes away. But if you have a particularly sensitive nose or certain smells really put you off, you do have to be a little bit careful with lactic acid preparations. There are other great ingredients that can be helpful in an anti-aging skincare routine like peptides and growth factors. But I really think if you're trying to kind of consolidate your routine, make it really budget friendly, then you can be without those things. They are an added bonus, but they are not a must-have in my opinion. The last type of product that I think every anti-aging skincare routine really needs is a good moisturizer. Number one, a good moisturizer is going to instantly make the skin look more plump and feel more supple. But number two, having a good moisturizer in your routine is going to help you tolerate things like retinoids and alpha hydroxy acids and vitamin C and keep them in your routine consistently. And when it comes to any anti-aging skincare, consistency is so important. One of my favorite budget-friendly moisturizers is from my skincare brand Prequel. It's the Barrier Therapy Cream. This is a huge bottle and it's only 18 bucks. This is formulated to be used on the face and on the body, so you can literally apply this from head to toe. It has 1% colloidal oatmeal, which is also a very soothing ingredient. So if it's dry or if it's irritated from some of the actives that you've been using, this can be incredibly soothing. This is also going to help fortify your skin barrier, so things like topical tretinoin and alpha hydroxy acids cause less peeling, flaking, and stinging. Another face moisturizer that I absolutely love is from Naturium. Their multi-peptide moisturizer is chef's kiss. And if you're interested in incorporating peptides in your routine in an affordable way, I think this is a wonderful way to kind of dip your toe in the peptide pond. I would consider this a medium weight moisturizer. It's amazing during the day. It applies beautifully under makeup, but also if your skin isn't super dry, I think applying this as a night cream also makes sense. And that's another way to keep your routine more affordable, is using the same products in the morning and in the evening so they have double duty. I'm so curious if you've tried any of the products that I recommended and what your experiences were like with those. Also, if you have a favorite anti-aging topical, definitely put it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.